that, where the cash at?
It's week 9 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' speedy running back. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Lions and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines at the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next.
There he goes, right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for loss. Couldn't get it down.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, Hayden. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Lions at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. They had their 6-game winning streak snapped a week ago, but still is a team that's playing pretty darn well.
And like the old song says, accentuate the positive. And I think that's exactly what this team's going to do. If you've won 6 in a row, you know you're doing something right in the NFL. So I don't think the one loss is really going to discourage them.
When you look at this Packers defense, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Yeah, he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hayden. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now, this defense for the Packers very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 15 carries, 60 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 38. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No score after 1 on EA. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. They'll try and run for it. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Looking to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground? That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get into the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is in
on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. That time a 6-play drive, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is where close.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got him down there the first?
There he goes, left side. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The quick slant caught.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And the best part.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, They were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll look to set up his blockers.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
1 second, all that remains.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Knight. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
They give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hayden, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
69 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. action. They'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down now. Hayden, down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left,
fighting through. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Up the middle they go. Hayden able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on third and goal.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. For the Lions, touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Knight. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw again.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was him.
And it's a Packers touchdown from a yard out.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayden. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. On 3rd down, Hayden.
And he will have a Lions 1st down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
Down, Hayden. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
60 bison, 60 bison.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They go play action here on 1st down. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll look to throw.
And he will be taken down. No timeouts remaining defensively. And that should just about do it.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be going dead. Only the fumble can advance the football.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions? Am I not the picture of resilience? Why they test my patience? Hyping all this language. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what the I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After every feel stain.